August 26th is National Dog Day, so let's celebrate the four-legged friends we love. For Getting Crafty this morning, Amy Latta is creating a snuffle mat for the dogs in our lives. Amy, good to see you. Good morning.
Good morning. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you. Snuffle mat, what is that?
I know, right? It's such a fun thing to say, but nobody knows what I'm talking about. So this is a snuffle mat. And the idea is that this is something that will stimulate your dog's mind and senses because you hide treats down inside of these fringes. You get like those little bite-sized ones or even just little individual pieces of kibble, and you put them down in here, and then your doggo has to sniff them out and find them before they can enjoy it. And it's also a way that you can slow down. If you have a dog that's a really fast eater, you can put their food in this and it kind of slows them down from just gobbling everything up.
So how did you do it? What do we need?
This is so simple, and I love craft projects that literally anyone can do because there's no special skills required. So we need a kitchen mat, a sink mat, and this one I got at Walmart for less than $5, and it's just made out of rubber. And then you're going to need a yard and a half of polar fleece fabric. So you can get this. Our Walmart has a little fabric section where you can get it too, or you can find it at a craft store or online. But you just get a yard and a half of any kind of fleece that you want. I want it to do 2 colors, so I got 3/4 of a yard of each. But you can do any kind of color mix that you want. And then you're going to cut that fleece into strips that are 6 inches long and 1 inch wide. And I don't know about you, but I am not a very good cutter. I'm not very straight and precise. So you can always use like a fabric scoring wheel and be really careful if you like, or I just use scissors. And the truth is, when it's all tied up like this, you'll never notice the imperfections. So don't stress out about it. You're just going to cut bunches and bunches and bunches of these 6x1 strips. Then if you look at our kitchen mat, you can see that there's holes in it. And so each circle kind of has like a north, south, east, and west point. And so I tied 4 strips into each circle. So all you do is you're just going to thread this through and you're going to tie 1 knot. And when you are working with fleece, that 1 knot is actually tight enough to hold it in place. And then I alternated colors. So I just went teal gray, and just thread it in, tie 1 knot, and keep going. So the hardest thing, if you want to call it hard, is that it takes a while. So it's more like a couple of hours project rather than 10 minutes like some of my projects are. But it's the perfect thing to do when you're watching a movie in the evening, you're sitting there watching TV, just tie, and it's going to be done before you know it.
One question for you. Can you wash it?
You can. Everything is washable. There's a chance that some of the knots are going to come out, but there's no glue, there's no adhesive. So all you do is you just put it back in and retie it, and then it's good to go. And I know some other friends were asking me, I was showing some folks last night, and they were like, I feel like my dog would chew that up. But I've used this multiple times with Pumpkin, and they're like, kind of gentle when they're looking for the treats. At least my dog is, and he didn't rip anything up or rip anything out. And again, if they would, you can just retie those knots.
Very good. And for more information, amylattacreations.com, and we're going to see you again later in the show. Thanks for the idea.
Of course.